Hello friends, welcome back to Value Vintage Cards. So today I'm going to share just one card with you, and it's the only one I have in this entire set. The set itself is new to me, new to my collection, and kind of newly discovered in my world as I explore sets that I don't have. W553 is the set. So a little bit of a unique little anomaly. It's a 1929 issue. The card size is very small. It's 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So think T206 size range. Pretty scarce. The set itself is printed either on a cream back, a red, or a green tint, which appears to be just like the color of the stock that was used for the card. They're all blank backs. They're all hand cuts. Obviously, they're W's. So pretty tough set. The card I picked up has a pop 7. Of those 7, according this is just PSA only. Of those 7, 6 are authentic, and 1 is like a 6. So somebody guessed right and cut it nice and sharp, and somehow it stayed stored away for the last, golly, almost 100 years at this point. So pretty tough set. The population of checklist is really interesting because they everything I've found in writing says basically there's at least 15. So I'm not sure if there's still items being identified and discovered, or if they're kind of capping out at something less than 20, or what exactly it would be. But really interesting set and issue. So it was produced in 1929 by the Marble Bubblegum Novelties. It's a black and white player image, so it's either cream, blue, green, or actually they say salmon or red, according to this website I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at old cardboard for some information. Some key components to it. They do list the team, and they do have a facsimile signature to it, so kind of an autograph look. Although a lot of those were created in a standardized way. It's not really the player's autograph, so it's not to be confused with anything that would actually look like the player's autograph necessarily. But that is an introduction of the card and set. What I'd like to do is show you this. This one just came into me. Like I said, the one I have is Pop 7. In the set, you will find kind of the two biggest names of the era, Gehrig and Ruth. I believe SGC has seen roughly the same amount, so call it double. Ruth has, I think it's 14 graded, um, between all the qualifiers and pluses and minuses and things. And Gehrig has like 11. Um, one of the things PSA probably evolved doing over time is you'll see some designated as green tint or red tint or different variations, and then there's a whole bunch that are not designated at all. It doesn't mean they're all one group, because mine is a tint, but it is not designated as such. So the overall generic hand cut classification does not mean that they're all same. It simply means that the grading companies did not specify at that time. But here's what I have. Um, Pretty darn happy. I'm a significant Hornsby collector. So to grab a set like this, um, get as close as I can to make that make some sense. But take a look at, so there's the signature. It says Chicago National League. Cool image of him hitting. It's kind of a lot of detail for such a small little tiny card. One of the things they note, and I guess it's not universally true. I don't think I've seen one that is different, but as a rule of thumb for perspective, they basically borrow the cash-in image. So it's almost like a little shrunken mini cash-in. Obviously, I have to narrow it in because the dimensions are, this one's a little more squared off, it would appear. This one's a little more tall than it is wide. But the other thing that's neat about this is, and maybe mine's cut a little too tight, you can kind of see it on some of the edges. There is like a border, it almost looks like a framing to it. So when you're searching for this set, if this is of interest to you, if you find one that's a little more generously cut on the sides, you'll see more of a like framing look border to it. So I'd imagine there's a wide variance in how these things were cut since they're, a candy hand cut issue from 1929. But neat set, something different, something that I'd imagine a lot of folks probably don't have in the collection. And if you're collecting some of the players I do, unfortunately, you end up going down that rabbit hole. So neat set. Uh, just to give you a quick idea, and it looks like it's really all big names: Mickey Cochran, Frankie Frisch, Lou Gehrig, Goose Goslin, Burley Grimes, Lefty Grove. I gotta crack that thing down. Hornsby, Lefty O'Doul, also cool. Babe Ruth, Al Simmons. So there's really not, um, a player on there that most of us wouldn't mind picking up. So if you're interested in something different, something far more rare and exotic, W553 maybe should make it on the save search list. So that's all I got for you today. Catch up with you guys next time. Have a good one.